Welcome back to Data Plays. This is episode 69 of Sky Factory 3. So, the last couple of episodes, we've been experimenting, we've been building and mucking around with mob fans versus squids. That is right. So, in front of us, this is what we've come up with the last couple of episodes. We've put maximum upgrades in. We've seen how much they could push. We did all that sort of good testing. We also found out the fan has to have air blocks around the water, or else they will not push any squids out of the water. We found out a lot of stuff past couple of episodes building this thing. So if you've missed something, if you don't know what's going on, you don't know what the air blocks or whatever and how this is all working, you need to go watch the previous Plummet episodes, because that obviously explains a lot. So anyway, we're on to the next stage now. So there's a few things that we've got to overcome. Okay, so obviously at the moment we are going to be farming Ghasts, because as I explained a couple episodes ago, that witch water, when you push a squid through witch water, it turns into a ghast, a full blown a full bloody blown ghast. So, which is going to be nuts. Now, I've had lots of experience with ghasts. I've built quite a few prototype farms for my old series Minecraft Down Under. I was actually in the process of my test worlds building like ghast farms and stuff, and I've learnt a lot about the behavior of ghasts back in the day. But what's going to get us with this farm here, like even if we say we slapped more glass up, like kept building the tower up, and we put witch water on it, right? The fan's going to not be able to blow through the witch water. A, that's going to be a problem. So B, that ghasts are about 3 to 4 blocks fat. You know, they're quite fat freaking mobs. The problem is, say one of these squids on the side against the glass literally turns into a ghast. He will be 2 to 3 blocks glitched into the glass, allowing him to float freely through the glass. Not even kidding you. That's what will actually happen, which is a big problem. I'm trying to, overcome these problems before we have a big clusterfuck. Because what happens if all these squids were ghasts right now? They'd be shooting at us, blowing stuff up, and it would be just a screamathon, which would be freaking bad. So I'm trying I'm coming up in my head what to do here. So A, we've got to make sure there's a decent gap between the ghast and the wall. So what we can do is we can literally do this. We can literally bring it out by 3. So we will say 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay. So if we build a top tank here with a gap of 3, even if the squid was against the glass there, when he comes up, going into the top tank, he's not fat enough to reach the end of this guy here. So this means we should not have a single problem with ghasts glitching through the glass, thanks to them being, transformed right next to the glass. See, that's our biggest problem. So we're going to go start building this top tank, and I'm praying that is enough to stop glitching, because if we're not going to be able to stop it. Once squids go through that witch water, oh my god, we're going to have a literally metric butt ton of ghasts up in the top tank here. So the witch water has to be like one of the very last bloody things we've got to put in, or else we're going to have a freaking bloody time trying to clear the witch water out and turn off the farm, which is pretty impossible, because squids, even if you were to be really cheaty and set it to peaceful right now to try get around the freaking thing, the problem is squids still spawn on peaceful, man. So the farm still would still function. No, it wouldn't technically. No, I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. No, technically there'll be no ghasts because it would be unpeaceful, but the squids will still be there. My bad. I was gonna say it still won't work. They'll still whatchamacallit, but yeah. Whoa, getting pushed up by the fan. I'm trying to add the rest of this layer on. That's what I'm trying to do. But boom, trying to get this done. Because I'm going to need to obviously put another ring on. But, boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. Go ahead and grab that. And grab that. There we go. I'll just take it all out, actually. Take the sides out because we're going to do glass. So the theme of the farm, once we've built this prototype and it's a working prototype, we'll still be using water blocks, obviously, to match the rest of our structures here. That's obviously key to there. So, but for now, well, really? But for now, we're not going to be decorating it until last because, guys, I must admit we have no clue with this. That's why we've been doing testing. If this is even going to work, if this doesn't work, the whole farm is going to be void mined. Like, use the special key of doom and just get rid of the whole thing and start from scratch again. But I'm confident. That's all you need is a bit of confidence, imagination, and we should be able to get this farm up and going. Especially after the clusterfuck of the gold farm. But we fixed that at the end of the day, didn't we? Got that up and going bloody brilliantly. Okay, there we go. Well, we got enough glass to add one single ring around the outside. So this also means we've got to transform the squids in mid-air away from the walls, the roof, etc., etc. Because we could have, as I said, a very nasty cluster on our hands here if they're glitching through the roof, walls, etc. So I'm thinking a ring maybe built out of glowstone in the middle with signs, and then the witch water sitting in like a floating tank for them to go through. Something like that would be freaking bloody brilliant. Okay, alright, so I'm going to need obviously a lot more glass where this come from. Can we build up another layer? Boom. I only got 27 left, so that would be a no. Okay, so obviously I've got to float around and find some bloody sand of some sort. How are my little guys in here doing? Normally I nick freaking sand and gravel out of this guy here. Even he's got he's got a nice build up of compressed sand here. Alright, we'll grab some of that. That's going to make our freaking life so much easier. Well, mate, I'm going to nick your whole lot. How are you going? Alright, he's not doing too bad. At the moment, this is how we're getting our aluminium for the upgrades for the fans. Speaking of which, we're going to need to have more of that. Alright, so what we'll do, uncompress all this. That's not even much glass at the end of the day. I don't even think one stack is like a ring almost, which is not good. Okay, so I might have to just do some whacking real quick. Let me do some whacking. Alright, so I need to go to do some whacking, I need to grab my hammer, because I put my spare hammer on this guy here. Now, if you're wondering what happened to the farm here, or the automated process of making our armor station here, I had a creeper blow up round about here, taking the furnaces and the side of this out. She's damaged. I wasn't even going to bother repairing it because later on, obviously, we'll have something in our main base there. So there was really no point. I got bloody squid freaking ink coming out my blummin' bum right now. Okay, so the plan is for me just to whack some more sand down real quick, which we can do with compressed cobblestone. The sun's just to go down. That's fine. Okay, that's all going. Oh, I threw away dimlets. Probably not a good thing. Alright, guys. We're going to be back shortly. I'm going to quickly grab myself a few stacks more sand here real quick. Get that cooking down, because we're going to obviously need it at the end of the bloody day. I'm really nervous because this farm could just not work at all. Or it could be a masterpiece and work like a bat out of hell. Because technically, like, 5 to 10 squids to spawn at a time? So that's 5 to 10 ghasts spawning all the freaking time. That's bloody nuts. That's going to be literally balls to the walls. Alright, guys. I'll be back shortly. Let me farm some of this bloody sand up here, and we should be good to continue. Alrighty then, guys, I am back, and now I've gone ahead and got the rest of the glass installed. I would say I brought it up to roughly where they stopped hovering, but there's going to be no point to that because we're actually going to be installing another fan up here past the witch water. So technically it can go a long way, like, see, look at that. So, but I've tried to get it as square as possible at this point in time. But that was a lot of glass, by the way, a butt ton of glass. Now we're going to put a roof and cap that as quick as we possibly can. And then we'll work on the ring in the middle. As I was saying before, glowstone and signs. They're the two things we're going to be working with. Only because the glowstone at night time should look quite pretty. Like really, really, really pretty. Glowing. Oh, crikey, we're going to need more. More. And down we go. Okay, so that's still going. I cannot shove sand in these furnaces any faster. Get down there. Because I need the room in my inventory. There we go. Alright, I got a bunch of room now. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves a few stacks of these bad boys to finish that off. Maybe we should get the glowstone in a second. There we go. So it's definitely coming along nicely. I'm nervous as all hell, but we'll see if this works. Alright, there we go. Oh, what? I thought it would be getting at least the whole lot done. Bloody struth. Alright, now it's one complete sealed chamber. Done. So, technically, I know, before anyone points it out, Data, I thought you were going to use chisel glass. Yes, I know, I didn't use chisel glass. I should have, because they're all duh. So I'm going to have to manually go through at a later date and re-chisel the entire freaking farm, which I'm definitely not looking forward to. That was Data's big derp stuff up. So we're going to need... Oh, crikey. Wow. I've used a freak load of this glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a stack of this bad boy. Chisel it down. Boom. Boom. And boom. Alright, done. Now chisel that down if we can. There's our chisel. And we'll chisel that down into just something nice like the... We can do the dent. It doesn't really matter. Nobody's going to be able to see it. So I would say the dent is absolutely fine. Now we're going to need... We're definitely going to need signs, which I thought I had butt tons of. That's okay. Alright, we'll grab the logs out of here. And what we'll do is put some of the coal blocks away. Just so we can turn these into this. And now, make a butt ton of signs. Now, remember, we ain't putting the witch water in until the rest of the farm's done. That would be so stupid. So, yeah. Alright, let's get this roughly in the center. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so it's got to be roughly where the fan is, aiming. Whoa! Okay, so that is... Alright, we'll use just stone brick to measure here. Boom. I would say... I'd say about there. Yeah, about there. It's roughly there. Okay, let's do there. That's fine with me. I'm happy with that. Let's put a glowstone ring around the whole thing. Bomb. I'm going to have to put it too high, aren't I? Boom. Alright. Glowstone ring times 2. We'll go one higher than this. And then I need more mob fans installed. We're going to have to work around... Do I have my mob fans on me? No, I don't. So I'll do another ring. Do I have enough just for this last one here? Would you move it? Thank you. Boom. Okay. I actually like the look of this glowstone. It's very sexy. And place the last block in there. Okay. See what I mean? It's like roughly the perfect height. Or roughly anyway. So technically if the Ghasts spawn... They got to spawn up here. We've got to push them higher. Then we've got to push them over into one corner. That's going to be the key goal there. But I can't get down to put these signs in. Would you move your bum, please? Yeah, see, if this guy here turned into a Ghast and this was the wall of glass, he would just float right through it. And that's totally Oh my god, this is going to be difficult. Alright, now we're just going to put a line of this in. We're going to put a thin strip of witch water. I mean, like two sides would have the witch water installed. Before we continue, I need the mob fan. I need the mob fan installed. Gotta get out of here. Go get a mob fan real quickly. That means I need to get another bunch of upgrades. Freak's sake. Alright, grab a mob fan. There we go. We can install some upgrades. And we need a redstone block, which we have. Okay, yep. That's roughly center. I think I did a really, really good job there. And we'll come down. Okay, so what we'll do is try. We might have to turn this bottom fan off. Yeah, we might have to turn this bottom fan off. It's not doing us any good. Okay, so can we do this? Make it center. Alright, so redstone block is going to go roughly there. This is exactly the center, I think. Oh, bloody better be. That bloody bird outside, crikey. Okay, so fan on top like that. That should be good. The witch water sort of goes around the mob fan. There we go. And if we put another fan at the back here, like right about, we'll say about here. So there's going to be another fan inserted there, blowing them this way, or blowing the ghast this way, which then we can have another fan, probably, I would say round about here, blowing them to a corner, and then you would obviously have a grinder in the roof with a vacuum chest. So it's sort of, hopefully, well, just picturing this in my head. Sorry, I'm running through my head what's going to happen, what can go wrong, tons can go bloody wrong. Okay, so they all turn into ghasts. The fan grabs them, pushes them up to the roof. This fan grabs them, pushes them to the back wall here. That fan grabs them, pushing it to the guys to the corner here. And then obviously the grinder in the roof going, and they're like, oh. And then anything that floats around the tank here will eventually get caught by the freaking fan anyway and pushed to the corner. So it doesn't really matter. They have a float around tank to muck around with. Anyway, okay. Bloody struth. Alright, get out. Alright, so we could literally just finish this off. It freezes everything every time I place it. Crikey. But yeah, no, witch water is definitely coming in like extra last. There we go. Alright, so we'll use obviously the center. That block there. Bloody bird, we should shut up. Bloody struth. Alright, well let me finish this freaking signage off here. Alright, and we might do a quick couple of test runs, I think. And the sun is just going down. Alright, so I'll be back shortly. Let me get the rest of these bloody signs in. I hate working with signs, like especially when you're floating. Crikey. Alrighty then, guys, I am back now. I've gone ahead and made some more distance upgrades because I didn't actually have enough for all what I want to do, and I've brought over some more mob fans and installed all bloody signs. So there's going to be a fan here and a fan here. Oh, wrong spot. Oh, grab that back. So I'm going to need a bunch more upgrades to do this. So this just meant to push them to one corner. That's the whole key goal of this, is to push them one corner, because about here I'm going to have upside down mob masher and with looting on it, and probably maybe a vac chest down here or on the roof. I'm not 100% sure, but that should roughly be how the farm is going to work. So I've got a bucket of witch water here. I'm just going to quickly give it a see, like straight away turn it off. So first things first, I've got to get this one going. I've got distance and height. Unfortunately I don't have width, so only one side of this mob van will be working correctly at this time, which kind of sucks. So I've got to get that going. But first off, let's quickly place one down. Go. See, they turn into Ghast. Whoa! Okay, alright, stop. Ah! Quick, grab that back. Oh no! Oh, well, this might have been a big mistake. Ah! Stop it! Stop! Oh, stop shooting stuff! Crazy eyes! Ah! No! Bad! Oh, crikey. Well, that is not good. It just put holes everywhere in my farm. Okay, note to self. The test was probably a stupid idea. Now, I've got to go around freaking repairing all the bloody holes in there. The glass. Crikey. Okay, so I didn't do too much damage, but they definitely spawned. That's gonna be nuts. This is gonna be nuts. Oh, I can't wait now. I'm gonna have to build some mob mashers. I need more upgrades. I need to repair this. I've got a bunch more work to do now. A bunch more work. Freaking crikey. Do I have any glow? I've got no more glowstones, so I can't repair that. I'm hoping that they don't see me through the glass, because I'm going to be down there, obviously. So if the freaking whatchamacallit see me through the glass and start shooting, they can easily blow holes in this glass. And if that's true, we're going to have to use weatherproof glass, which is a whole different ball freaking game. Bloody stroth. That's absolutely nuts. But that was a good little test. Got my heart going. Definitely got my heart going. I thought, uh-oh, I gone and fucked right up. I thought I was doomed then. I thought the whole farm was coming down. There was bits and pieces everywhere, but no, everything was fine. Why is this fan not even working now? Uh-oh. This fan is not actually running. What did I do? That fan's running. That fan's not. No. Oh no, they're getting pushed up. Why am I not getting pushed up? That's really strange. Really glitchy. Really glitchy. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and call it out. Thanks for watching episode 69 of Sky Factory 3. You guys know the drill. If you're enjoying the series, make sure you smash all those buttons. Give it a like, dislike, totally up to you. Leave a comment below. Also, if you're super enjoying the series, grab the link. Go share it on your favourite social media. See if we can't attract some more people over. Alright guys, I'll catch yous all later.